Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, The Gamerman. It's your favorite player, and today we're back with another game on the channel. It's called the Seventh, well, I'm gonna call it Seventh, even though it's just VII Enigma, but we'll call it the Seventh Enigma. The mystery game that, what I've read is like sort of stylized off like the Nonray games, or something close to it. Yeah, but I found this game through another YouTuber that I watch the most. He also does gaming channel, so I'm gonna leave a link in below to his channel. Yeah, I saw on channel. I really didn't watch far into it because I want to try it for myself. I'm like, you know what, why not? So we're gonna start. Also, this game is 18 plus, so beware. I can only hope this message has safely found its way to you. This is my epitaph, my final will and testament. I have more regrets than can be numbered, more failures than I wish to count. The blood that was spilled on my account is amount too vast to comprehend. So the future is not mine, I'll leave it in your hands. Nice rhyming scheme. Forces of anarchy and control pull in tension. And with it merges the battle of false gods. On either side is a cliff, or either side a pitfall that leads to ruin. While people numbered on opposing sides, few understand the nuance of harmony. If gods exist, he stands as the bridge in between. But my battle is my own. My fight is precious. Sorry, yeah. So do what I could not be, who I fear to be. Bring this world back to balance, not to total chaos, nor to perfect order. But with open eyes to face the darkness for what it is, and to embrace it for what it is. I did not expect to read a whole essay right now. I have not done what I can. I have done what I can, for I am now nothing but a ghost. I am but a specter whose influence lingers, but whose form is gone. Perhaps would this be the greatest among miracles worked by your hands, or the highest of folly from a man filled with regrets. Where I stand, I cannot tell, and will never myself know. This is our last chance, our final hope. I leave it to you. Leave it all to you now. The attached mission would make the impossible possible. Good luck and make the future a better one. Oh, thanks. Chapter 1, Escape. Oh, okay, I got this is me now. January 20th, 2060. Interesting. Alright, so we got an investigator, we got a random room. Interesting. Well, I can't say I've seen anything like this before. The man looked down in exasperation, dropping his files to the desk. You're going to have to help me out here. How is it that we have no match for your brain patterns on record? Just who are you? Just have investigators use brain patterns. I mean, it's the future, so. I speak up. I can't hear you. I don't know. The man replies in a strange voice as to look up at his interrogator. The man, most likely in his 30s, appears exhausted and defeated. You do realize that this isn't going to work, right? Just how dumb do you think I am? I ask again, who are you and what were you doing in the tunnel system? I told you, I really don't know. At that moment, a forceful voice interjects. He doesn't appear to be lying. His brain waves indicate he's telling the truth. Either that or he has found a way to deceive the scams. Yet it's strange. You seem familiar for some reason. He looks suspiciously down at the bound man. Wait a second, how rude of me. Hey, man always introducing himself first. It's kind of too late for that when you bound him down. My name is Beckett. Yours? Beckett speaks with air of sarcasm. He looks almost a decade younger than the man opposed him, yet he holds a strange sense of power and maturity as he speaks. I really don't know. I feel like it was something important I had to do. Go ahead, so. Man speaks erratically and stuttering words in a panic tone. His brain shows severe signs of severe distress, no indication of falsehood. Again, all signs of saying he's telling the truth. Yeah, but wouldn't that be exactly what they probably aim for? And what about the fact there's no matching neural indicator on the record? I don't know about that one. Even the best probe could at most only produce inclusive readings to the scan. As you know, it's impossible to the neural ID tracking system. This is clear. He's definitely telling us what he believes to be the truth. So you're really not going to tell me who you are? This is just a different line of questions, sir. Why didn't you answer about that? Right. Beckett places before him a strange orb-like object. It's mostly transparent but inscribed with unusual vein-like patterns. That is interesting. Or looks pretty cool too. Interesting. Care to tell me what this is? And why were you holding it so protectively when we found you? Well, I got the fact that you used that for the orb uses as the I don't know what arrow to say for text. Don't make me ask twice. Tell me what it is now. I don't know. Think it. Let's see his head. Strain fills the man's face as he started growing out loud in pain. Unusual amygdala response detected. His brain showing sign of severe distress. I suggest backing off this line of pushing for now, allow him to recover brain function. Really, he doesn't know who he is, and now he can't tell me what about the only item significant to be found on him. This is really weird and convenient for him that he can't tell who he is, what the item is, just because of distress. Also, I probably should mention I'm speaking kind of low because it's very late at night. So I'm gonna try to up the audio when I'm speaking in game. Hopefully that'll fix it. Hopefully. Alright, but let's continue. Clicking his tongue, Beckett looks to the floor, arm stretched out as he holds the chair in front of him. Despite many more probing questions, the interrogator is unable to provide any information about value at a particular prisoner. Eventually, Beckett gives up. Oh, whatever, we can't identify you, we can't release it. You may be locked up here for a long time, so I suggest think it over and give me a yell when you feel like talking. Beckett slings his jacket over his shoulder, makes for the exit, leaving the man locked alone and interrogate himself. Can you even do that now? Like, it is 2060, so I think things are a bit different there than now. I'm leaving this hell because you don't know who you are. Bye. Would I fly in today's standards? Probably. Some people. Hey, Iker, how much further we got? Showing we're 15 meters away. Let's hope the coordinates he gave us were accurate. This tunnel reeks. Must be near our source line. Let's bust through this thing right quick. Quick. Zala, get the cutter out. Right on it. Okay, here's the spot. Zala, you start cutting. Eli, you use the muscle, so you're going to first follow on me. Oh, and then Zala, you should stay here. If all goes to plan, we will be straight out with the target. Can I really trust this? It seems the risk we are being asked to take just increasing. Everything we've been told so far has worked for us. We wouldn't be here if it hadn't been him. Okay, so I'm doubting our mission now. I wonder what our mission they're on right now. It seems like they're out to break down the guy with this guy in prison, but It seems like it is a big prison. I don't know. Yeah, I want to take them out as badly as you do. Don't get me wrong. But this is just crazy. Asking us to infiltrate a bureau control facility, getting cold feet at the church, or at the crunch, not church. It's not that. Look at it another way. He puts up, changes everything. Everything he told us. That's a big what if. Kenny's done. You both ready? As I ever be, I guess. Good. Here we go. Dropping 3, 2, 1. Jumping onto the new looking hole, I can really leave my phone standing to the get room. And those heights sure hurt the ankles more than they used to. Looking up Levi's eyes are talking. He's sitting hunched in a small cell with his hair covering his eyes. Hey, are you the professor guy? Come on, we gotta go. The man doesn't move, his eyes still facing the floor. Excuse me, Dr. Eli Shaw. We have been sent by the founder to retrieve you. Eli, I'm... Man mumbled to himself, eyes wide as he stared at the wall. What's wrong with this guy? Listen, we don't have time for this, any time for this. Levi, we just take him with us and trust the info we're giving. We'll sort the rest out later. Wait, sorry, Professor, you come with us. Guy with his huge frame scoops a much smaller man up in his arm, raising him to a hold cut above him. Alright, put your foot on my hands and I'll horse you up. Here we go. That sound like he landed hard. In one swift motion, the band ejects the room, landing heavily on the interior metal of the room, above. Here, let me help you. Zala extends a hand to the professor. He grabs it unsteadily and gets to his feet. My name is Zala. It's nice to meet you, Shaw. Looking at the man catches Zala's eyes, motionless. He stares transfixed at ground of hand. Man, suddenly responding as if he's just waking up from a dream, looking over a hand. Ah, sorry, just that's fine. Just call me Eli. Well, okay, Eli, nice to meet you. Zala smiles sweetly back at him. The bystander saw how he made his way back out the hole. I thought Iker, I'm gonna call him Iker. How did Iker pull Levi out of that? I'm assuming he could use a chair and stuff, but like, that's some sturdy metal above them. Iker is very strong enough to carry Levi's big self out of there. And 3, Levi is very nimble to not, I would say very nimble. Has a lot of control not to just basically fall backwards with him. Sorry to break up the party, but we gotta get out of here. Right, quickly, let's get back to the base. They started right down the tunnel with a brisk pace, following Iker who leads the path. Turning to the right, then briskly to the left, then continue the unpredictable pattern to the passageway, getting as far away from the facility as possible. No, for this hand drawing, it looks still pretty beautiful. To some it might not be, but this is actually pretty beautiful to look at. Eventually lessening their pace, they continue the journey, navigating the dark, winding passageways of underground tunnel system. Where are we? Right now, we are in the tunnel system under the city. No one comes down here other than the occasional maintenance crew. The bureau ID trackers make sure of that, which make it ideal for us. Ideal apart from the smell. Let's see. While it's running, Elijah has a moment of panic as he comes to himself in the midst of the dizzying situation. Anxiety filled the thoughts of Elijah's mind. What am I doing here? Who are these people? How do I even know I should be trusting them? What are they planning to do with me? Observe his surroundings as he runs. Elijah weighs up his option. Oh, okay. Maybe we should go take calm and trust him for now. Elijah takes deeper breaths, trying to calm himself while keeping the pace. Keep it together, man. Breathe, just breathe. Zala notices the look of worry and confusion plastered on Elijah's face. as he seeks to keep up with the group in his damp maze. So Elijah, I get this must be really confusing. You explain everything once we get back to the base. Just hang in there until then, okay? Alright. Elijah's face eases a bit as he chooses to put fears in the back of his mind to put his focus of keeping up with the group. And then an hour trudging the tunnels, the four make it to the destination. Interesting. What place is in this instance based on operation? I mean, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. Glad we made it back without too much trouble. It almost went a little too well. Too well, what do you think was gonna happen? Is there something you're telling me? No, just that we might be the first group to infiltrate a BOSC facility and make it our life. It's a bit hard to believe. Were you talking earlier about the believing the founder and all that jazz? Guys, maybe you should cut that out and tell our guests where are we. Alright, Dr. Shaw, what's my base operation? We call it the Spider. Kinda ironic, we give me away underground. We call it that as our mission to break the BOC's control and return humanity to the height of the past away from this spot. This area is huge. I think this is all on the ground. The city above us is vast. Many of its operations are run and maintained from underground. We will fill you in on why we're back here shortly. And thanks for your patience. We know we had to get you out of there quick, so I apologize for how hectic it's all been. Who's that supposed to be? That does not look like Elijah no more. I don't think it is Elijah no more. Firstly, I'd like to introduce you formally to our team. I'm Iker Davis, the team leader. Don't normally like the guys handing out orders. But I gotta admit, Iker doing stuff. You be smart to listen to him. Make sure you run everything by Iker, okay? Sure, no problem. Levi Jensen, he is our combat specialist. He very respected military family. It's pretty reside with them. You need weapons or combat advice, I'm a guy. Zal like Campbell is on logistics, but team would be a mess. Don't let her look to see you though. She's also highly skilled in combat, so I want her not to get on her bad side. Yeah, what is that supposed to be? And over there we have Jasper Scott, whom we haven't met yet. Okay, that's just a new character. He's our tech guy, managing all the computers, ID scanning, and Tempest system. It's an absolute honor to meet you, Dr. Shaw. I heard a lot about you. Just Elijah, okay. Elijah is then. Well, that's everyone you need to meet for now. Let's head over somewhere more comfortable to talk. That's where Elijah. The group descends amid the wreckage through an area filled with computers, couches, and makeshift living spaces. In the center is an old bit of machinery that has been converted into a burner that the group of now sits huddled around for warmth. This is where you live? It doesn't look like much, but it has everything you need. How? How do you have everything you need? I understand shelter, warm, with a bathroom, shower, and all the other stuff. Most importantly, we're down here to keep us out of the BOSC sites. Now, how are you feeling? You seem to be in an unusual mental state when we found you. Did they do anything to you in there? I don't think so. I can't remember though. This was going on with me. Why isn't my brain working right? Can you remember any detail at all? Like how you got there? I feel like I had something important to do. I had something important I had to do, maybe. It's just all hazy. I can only remember coming into that facility. I can't remember anything else. When you say you can't remember anything else, what do you mean? As in from the last day or so, or how long back? I mean, I can't remember anything at all, aka amnesia. As Elijah continued, he became increasingly jittery with words spoken between anxious breath. It feels like when I'm trying to think, there's a stabbing pain in my head. I somehow assumed when you said my name that was the truth, but if you asked me first, I didn't think I'd be able to answer it. Elijah, what's wrong with him? I'm so scared. Desperate, let's get a scan of his brain to figure out what's happening. Good thing. Elijah, sit here. I'm gonna take a peek into your head to see what's going on. Okay? Give me a sec to get this stuff ready to go. Just need to get it all loaded in. It shouldn't be long. I'm gonna go find something interesting there. Or to be like, everything looks fine. It could be just a you issue. Guess we'll find out. Elijah sits in the cold base, nervously waiting for some information that might help make sense of the strange happenings around him. Whoa. That is cool. Right, the system's ready now. Your patterns look fairly normal for a moment. I'm going to ask you now to picture a human shape. You got one in mind? Yes. Any pain, discomfort, or difficult pigeon? Nope, it's easy. I feel okay. Great, it looks normal here. Now I want you to picture your mother's face for me. Can you do that? Elijah's face is painted with distress. That's not good. It's okay to talk about how do you feel. So what it seemed like anything that's related to him, it just made his brainwaves to go haywire. That's what it seemed like so far. I feel like there's a reason for that, but we gotta play the game to find out. Or it could be a reason for that. It is like the harder I try to picture something, I feel like I know. It is like the harder I try to picture something, I feel I know something how. The more it hurts, the more everything gets fuzzy. After 7 more tests of familiar nature, Jasper leaned back in the chair with a pensive expression. Do you think the problem is, Jasper? From what I can tell, his brain patterns from that flow between the cortex, Amy, and the hippocampus are significantly disrupted. But it's strange that it is only particular patterns that are behaving in an unusual way. Everything else is brain is functioning properly. Did you dumb it down for a non-brain expert, please? It means that only parts of his brain is not working properly are those related to personally significant memories. Those kind of memories are complex sets of processes between the cortex, Amy, and hippocampus. Amy is particularly important for personal significant memories. From what I can tell, some of these very selective processes are being disrupted. So something is stopping him from accessing personal memories while the rest of the brain is working normally. Yes, his other forms of memory, such as working memory and implicit memory, are functioning completely fine. In other words, he should be able to remember things related to his general skills such as language. But things on the personal emotional significance, particularly long-term memories, are being completely disrupted. How did that happen? Any kind of injury of some kind? I don't see no injury, I don't know. It gotta be something else. I mean, they could have just cut his brain open and threw something in there to stop it. Definitely an injury can cause memory loss, sometimes even selectively, but that will show up in scans as an impairment of brain function in that region. From what I can tell, Elijah's brain is so selective in its disruption that I can only assume it was done intentionally. Intentionally, why would someone do that? I'm not sure, but I can think of one pretty plausible theory. Is that officer guy do it to him so we couldn't get any info out of him? Unlikely. I don't see why he'd go through all that trouble if he wanted to sign it, he just would have killed him. I think Dr. Shaw chose to erase some memories. No, why would I do that? Can you remember anything related to the Bureau and how they track people? No, I can't. The Bureau are the current international totalitarian government They use scans of our brain for IDs. It's by far the most reliable of surveillance. Call it neutral ID. Interesting. Neutral ID. The identification system used by BOSC that scans a person's unique brain waves signature. It is more accurate than any system and impossible to falsify. Using scanners of both short and long range variety, we can track all people on the planet at all times without fail. Oh. Interesting. Well, give me some time to read it. We're just gonna close the files for now. Call a neutral ID. After the system was scrapped as the main system for ID, they switched to using other forms of tracking. This included fingerprint eyes, even scanned at defined bone size and of ID. If you imagine what the issues were with these, yes, people found a way around them. Exactly. Fingerprint can be scanned and reproduced. Even the same with eyes and hands, voice recognition all can be reproduced. It might sound ridiculous, but the technology that came through the chip system in the 40s, technologies really sped up rapidly. So when I talk about the 40s, you talk about the 1940s or the 2040s? I'm talking about the 2040s. The Tempest system? I mean, you got a lot to catch up on. We'll come to that. We can come back to that later. When it's the one thing you cannot possibly fake, no matter how you try. Your unique brain pattern cannot be copied or stolen. Each person's brain pattern is far more complex, unique than that person's fingerprint could ever be. That makes sense, but why go to such lengths to identify people? Surely false identity would be pretty rare. Rare, but not implausible or impossible. Stylized, but they have plenty of reason. Don't worry, we'll fill you in. But for now, just let's see the rest of your theory. Although I think I know where you're going with this. The most unique brain patterns between the cortex, AMI, and hippocampus, that is, the unique wiring of your brain revolving around emotionally important events. These are patterns the scanners are most sensitive to. You getting it now? You think I chose to disrupt my own pattern to something to identify me? Yes, I don't know how you managed though. Your brain patterns are now behaving much like a newborn brain pattern, not damaged, but rather look for information to connect. That would make it even more likely to fool the scanners. Is going to be able to recover his memories. He can maybe recover time. His memories are actually still out there. His brain has forgotten the network of information, the pattern of thinking to access that information. In English, when our brain speaker, please. Think of memories like taking a trip. Memory is your destination, and your home is your consciousness. You need to take a trip to your memory to retrieve and bring it back to your conscience. All so far? Yep, so far good. Brainwaves are like the roads in between you travel. They are electrical signals that, like highways of minds, it is these electrical signals that brain scanners are sensitive to. While your brain remember how to get to the memory, it can't. Somehow these patterns of thinking are not disrupted as the role of our analogy would destroy it. So now would he just need to rebuild the road here? With the shot, we start reminding him of things he never. Likely his brain reverts back to original function over time. And when that happens, it'd be good for us also. For them, in terms of identifying you, we have to fix that. This is a lot. We don't figure out what's going on, but my head is killing me. Scan shows you that your brain is under incredible stress. I think it's time to take a break and have a sleep and recover. Figure I'll show you where you really rest. I wake up in a few hours. We'll figure in the whole situation then. As I could lead the logic for the rest, Zala and Jasmine whispered. You think it's part of the founder's plan? I sure hope so. And this is where I'm going to stop. Well, I think that's a good introduction to the game. Got introduced to a few characters. So far, the game is very intriguing, but it does throw a lot of plot right away. And that's what when I read the reviews for the game, a lot of people say it does throw a lot of plot at the beginning, but it throws enough plot so you get a grasp of it, and it keeps you watching more. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a break here. I'll see you guys next time. It's your favorite player, the Gamerman, and bye.